everybody, I'm Creative Clara. These are my little monster friends. So today we are going to create some of these and we're going to learn a really simple way to animate them, so to make them move. So I thought I would show you them and I thought I would get them to help me say a few little hellos today. So the first person I'm going to say hello to, and he's going to help me, is Phoebe. Hello, Phoebe! And the second person I'm going to say hello to is Hunter. So, hello, Hunter! And the next person I want to say hello to is Samuel. See my shoulder monster there? Hello, Samuel! And the next person is Joseph. Hi, Joseph! How are you? And the next person I would like to say a hello to is Johan. Hey, Johan! Hello! Hello, Johan! How are you? And I want to say hello to my mum. Hey, Mum! And hello to my dad. Let's see if this one wants to say hello to anybody. Hello! Hello, Dad! And I think that is probably it for my... Oh, no, it's not it for my hellos for today. Two very special hellos. Hello to Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte. And a hello to Luke. Hey, Luke. Hey, Luke. How are you? And hello to Ophelia. Hi, Ophelia. And a big hello to Clara as well. Hi, everybody, and hi, everybody else as well. If you ever want me to mention you in my videos at the beginning, just send me a message with your children's names and I will do that, no problem for you. So, before we start, anyone who has done one of my online sessions before will know that there are three very, 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 very important rules that we have to follow. If you know them, then you can say them along with me. So, rule number 1 is, are you ready? Don't worry if you get messy. Rule number 2, don't worry if you make a mistake. And number 3, and the most important one every week, the most important one, what is it? Make sure you have lots and lots of fun. Fantastic. So we are going to start by making our friendly little monsters. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can make a monster, all using really, really simple materials. As I've said in the past, if you need to pause me, I'll suggest various places as I go along, but you might want to pause the video, take a little bit more time, and then press play again and start. So we're making 3 types of monsters. You can make all 3 if you've got everything that you need to make all 3 monsters, or if you don't have all of the materials, then you could just make the one, or make 2 of the same one so that you can animate them together. Fantastic. So the first one we're going to do is this little purple friend of mine here. So can you see him? Him or her? Yes, there they are. Super friendly monster there. He's a wiggly little thing. So with this one, you need some wool, okay, and then you need to have some cardboard. So I've just used a cereal box. That's my cereals that I eat, Shreddies. And you'll need a piece of cardboard, which is about that kind of size there, like so. Okay, and then you will need to get your wool and you need to start wrapping your wool around your cardboard. So if I come to the front here so that you can see what I'm doing. So you get your wool, your piece of cardboard like so, and you just need to wrap your wool around your cardboard. So you need to keep doing this until you've got a piece of cardboard with wool around it like this. I'd say maybe about 20 or 30 times with your wool around the cardboard. The more times you wrap it around, the more dingly dangly bits your little monster will have. Okay, the bigger your piece of cardboard, the bigger your monster will be as well. So once you've done that, you need to grab, if you have a pipe cleaner, amazing. If you don't have a pipe cleaner, don't worry. I've got a pipe cleaner, but you can use a piece of wool, you can use a piece of cotton. And what you basically need to do is, where you've got the wool wrapped around, by here, you should be able to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your little finger in like that. So what you need to do is either wiggle your pipe cleaner in, or wiggle your piece of wool in, like so. You can pull it up, and then either tie a knot if you're using a piece of wool, or if you're using the pipe cleaner, twist it round so that it secures all the wool together. There we go, like so. And then you need to grab your scissors. I will try my best not to lose my scissors this week, or my sellotape, or anything. But again, if I do and we make a mistake, not a problem. So then you need to go onto the other side, the side where you haven't attached the wool or the pipe cleaner, and you need to cut through all of the pieces of wool. So cut through on the other side. That. I'm working backwards to you guys when I'm recording my videos, so when I go left, I'm actually going right. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. Anyway, it makes it a little bit more complicated for you to see what I'm doing, because my brain has to work in a different way. There we go. So that cuts all the way along there, and you have your wiggly monster already. If you've used pipe cleaners, you can bend the pipe cleaners into some antennae or some horns. If you've just used wool, don't worry, your wool will drop down. The next thing you need to do is make some eyes. So very simply, you can either get some googly eyes if you have any and stick them on, which is how I've done my purple monster. If you don't have any googly eyes, which I appreciate not many people will, it's not something that you would probably have in your kitchen cupboard, but you never know, you might have some lurking in the bottom of that craft drawer. If you don't have the googly eyes, then you just need to draw 2 little circles onto either a piece of card or a piece of paper. 2 little circles. You can draw around some pennies if you want something circular to draw around, or you can just draw them or get a grown-up to draw them. You just need to cut them out of the cardboard. If anybody at any point has got a little bit behind, just pause me, spend a little bit of time wrapping your wool round, spend a little bit of time cutting your eyes out. Not your own eyes, obviously, the eyes for your little monsters. Whew! That would be awful. I definitely don't suggest that. And once you've got your little circles cut out, you just need to glue the little eyes onto your monsters. So that one is already then your little woolly monster. The next one we're going to make is really, really simple to do. All you need is some paper and some glue, or some paper and some sellotape. And you take your paper. I've got some pink paper. It doesn't matter what colour your paper is. If you've just got white paper, that's absolutely fine. If you've got white paper and you've got some pens or something you can colour it in with, that's fantastic. You could have a rainbow monster if you wanted to. That would be awesome. You could have all different coloured rainbow legs, or she could have all different coloured rainbow legs. So with this one, you need to put your piece, either put a few pieces of paper together if you've got a few pieces of paper, or if you've only got a couple, fold them. So just fold your piece of paper. This is just so you don't have to cut all of the pieces of paper out individually. It just saves a little bit of time. So you've folded your piece of paper like that, and then you just need to cut down the centre. So what you want to be making are quite a few long pieces of paper which are the same size. This, cut down again, you're cutting down the folds, so you're making the little legs or tentacles or arms, legs and tentacles, whatever you've decided your monster's going to have. I'm going for a pink monster here. I made a little green monster the other day. I don't know what noises my monsters make. Most of them just go woo all the time, because that's the noise I seem to make for everything. But maybe some of them whistle. You've got a whistling monster. Have a little think. Have a little think about what noise your monster's going to make. And he doesn't just have to have 2 eyes, they can have more than 2 eyes. This is a great, great activity to use your imaginations. So you've got your pieces of paper like this, go, like so. And then you do need a little bit of sellotape for this one. So get all the ends of your pieces of paper together, all together nice and tight like that. Grab your sellotape. So your sellotape here, I found the end already today. So no messing around trying to find the end of the sellotape. Handy tip from my mum from last week. If you do use your sellotape, fold the ends over after each use, and then you won't be searching for the ends of your sellotape every time you come to use them. So you pop the sellotape around the top of all of these. So around the top of all of your tentacle, your legs, you do it nice and tight so that none of the pieces fall off. So you then have, and then what you can do is you can fold some of these out if you want to. If you want to make them a bit bigger, you can fold some of them down so that you've got some. So yeah, there you go. So this is the bottom of your monster with all the paper. There they are. Wow. Let's do a different noise for that one. There we go. And now your monster probably needs a face. So it's up to you how big or small you do your monster's face, or what shape you do your monster's face as well, really. My one has got a circle face on here, my green monster, but he could have a square face. Whatever shapes do you know? Could have a rectangle face. He could have a triangle shaped face. That would be super good. I think I might do a triangle shaped face for mine. So the triangle's got 3 sides. So I'm going to do a 3-sided triangle head for my monster this time. So you just need to draw that shape on a piece of paper and cut it out. So I'm going to draw my triangle shape. So my 3-sided triangle shape. 1, 2, 3, like so. You could ask a grown-up to help you if you want to, or you could just have a big messy shape if you wanted to for the head of your monster. It's completely up to you. Cut out your shape, and then you can either use a piece of sellotape or you can use some glue, whatever you happen to have. And you just need to stick your head onto the top of your leg, arm, tentacles of your monsters. So there's mine with their pointy triangle head there. Look, that looks a bit like a squid, actually, doesn't it? But maybe it's a squid monster. A squid monster of the deep. That's what mine is. It lives in the sea. And then grab yourself some pens or some pencils and pop a face onto your monster. Mine's going to have a big smiley face. And I think, how many eyes shall he have? I think mine's going to have 4 eyes. What do you reckon? 4 eyes for this one? Help him see underwater. So as you can see, you can have a think, you can make up some stories about your monsters as you're making them. You can give them names. I don't know, Max the monster, Max the sea monster. There we go. So you've got your paper monster like this. Very simple, stuck together, whatever shape head you'd like. Nice little smiley face on there, and all these lovely arms, legs, tentacles. So the last one we're going to make is this super duper guy here. Ooh, it's a bit like a ghost. So this one uses the most basic materials. So we've got some tissue. So just your normal tissue, you blow your nose on, nothing special. Tissues, or you can use toilet roll, will work the same. So you've got a piece of tissue like this. I've got a cotton wool bud. If you don't, you just need to grab another piece of tissue, screw it up into a little ball, and that will work exactly the same as the cotton wool bud. So we put the cotton wool bud in the middle of our tissue, like so, and then we bring the corners together, the other corner together, the other corner together, And then we're looking for our cotton wool ball. There he is. And we just need to make a little head like so. So you've got your little head by there on your tissue. So now you just need something to wrap around this so that it doesn't fall apart. So you can use sellotape. I'm lucky enough to have a pipe cleaner, so I'm going to use a pipe cleaner to wrap around mine. So let me pop to the front again so you can get a little bit more of an idea of what I'm doing. So you've got your cotton wool ball in there, and then you just need to wrap around either your sellotape nice and tight, or your pipe cleaner, or if you've got a piece of string or a piece of wool, just so that it is secure. If you have got a pipe cleaner, it does give you a good opportunity to give your little monster some arms or horns or whatever they may be. There you go. It also looks a little bit like a dancer. Dancing monster, this one. It's my dancing monster. Okay, so see, use your imaginations and see, as you're creating, have a little think about what things look like. That's one of the best things about creating, is sometimes things start to develop and you're like, oh, it looks like this, it looks like that, and that's amazing. So on this one you can leave it like this, or you can grab your scissors and you can cut up into the toilet roll or the tissue, whatever you've used, like this, just to give a few more extra bits. So like so. And again, you want to, if you've got any googly eyes, you can stick those on. If you've got any pieces of paper that you want to cut out and make a little face for them, or you can just use your pens or your pencils and you can just draw a face on. So shall I give him, I'll pop some green eyes on there, one there, and one there. Just 2 eyes for this dancing monster, I think. And then a big smiley mouth. Whee! Big purple mouth for this one I've gone with. There we go. Everyone see her? There she is. She is my dancing monster. There we go, I'm going to pop them back on there. So I've got 6 monsters now. 6 monsters. Wow, I could have a monster party. That would be so fun. Monster party. In my house though, not outside. I'm not going to go to a party, okay? Now comes the exciting bit. I'm going to talk you through this rather than you follow me, because it does take a little bit of time. But what we're going to do is we're going to animate our monsters. There's lots and lots of animation packages out there. To be perfectly honest with you, I am not the greatest with technology. So I have managed to figure out a nice simple way to make a very, very short few seconds of animation using Google Photos. So I'm going to talk you through what it is I do. Hopefully everyone will get along with it. Hopefully you'll all be able to make something. So firstly we're going to do something which is called stop motion animation. It is the oldest kind of animation. It's been around for over 100 years. It's been around since about 1908, where somebody called Émile Cole, who was French, was credited as the first person to ever produce something that was animated. And he produced something called, I may not be able to say this, but I'm going to give it a go, Fantasmagorie. So, Fantasmagorie, which is French. And stop motion basically means what it says. You stop, and then you move, and then you stop, and then you move, and then you stop, and then you move. So you go stop, motion, stop, motion, stop, motion. Okay? So let's give it a go. Let me show you what you need to do. So I'm going to use my rainbow, which I used to make my original animation. And you can lay it flat, is probably the best thing to do to start with. But I'm just going to show you on like this so that you can see. So you take one of your monsters and you place it, and you take, oops, you can't see. Look, that dancing white monster's in the way. Look at her, she's trying to get in on the action. We'll use you in a minute, okay? So, again, your piece of paper will be flat, so you need to pop them down take a photograph. Move them a tiny amount, take a photograph. Move them a tiny amount, take another photograph. Move them a tiny amount, take another photograph, okay? And the best thing to do is to have something to follow. So it can either be a drawing, it can be something in your house. So if you want to make, I made one of my monsters go across the keyboard of my laptop. So something that you can follow along to begin with, so that you can see how far you've gone, and just tiny, 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 tiny little movements each time. So you can take up to 50 photographs, and then you need to put them together into an animation. So I'm going to show you on my phone where to go on Google Photos and load it up. And then grown-ups and children together, you should be able to make some gorgeous little animations of your monsters. So on my phone, I hope you can see that, this is my Google folder. So you need to go to Photos by here. All your photos should come up if you've got Google. I've got an Android phone. I also have a very old laptop, but I've got Google on my laptop as well. So once you're into your photos, you need to go to, at the bottom, can you see my phone? You'll see it says For You. So you press For You, like that. So it will come up with some options along the top of your screen here. And then you need to scroll across if you're on your phone, and it'll go to Animation. So press the Animation button, and then basically all you have to do is select your photographs that you've taken from the first one you've taken to the last one. So scroll down until you get to the first one you've taken, and then select all of them in the order that you've taken them, and they will then animate. So then once you've done that, it will come up with Create at the top. So let's just pretend it will come up with Create at the top of the screen. Press Create, whizzes around for about 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how many photos you've chosen, and then your little animation will be ready. So I'm going to probably put a step-by-step onto my page of how to do that. But like I say, not a tech-minded person. So if I can figure it out, fingers crossed, you guys will be able to produce some fantastic little bits of animation as well. If it is something that you really, really enjoy doing, like I say, there are lots and lots of animation packages apps out there. So have a little look, have a look at some reviews. But as far as this goes, we can make some lovely little, probably only about 15 seconds or so, but it's so rewarding when we see our monsters running around. So imagination's away, guys. So what you can do is boundless with these monsters, okay? If you've got two monsters, if you've made two, so say these two here, then if you are going to animate them and move them, you just need to make sure that they're moving at the same time. So this one moves a little bit, that one moves a little bit. This one moves a little bit, that one moves a little bit. This one moves a little bit, that one moves a little bit. They're friendly though. Not mean. We've not made mean monsters. No, no mean monsters, okay? So, hopefully, you will be able to send me some absolutely fantastic animations later today. If you do have any questions though, any questions, anything, as always, I sit down and I watch these videos with you from 1:30 to 2:30 on a Friday. But yeah, just get in touch with me, just message me, and I will try my best to answer. But if you could share what you've made, even if you haven't managed to get on very well with the animation, even if you haven't managed to get onto Google, just share me your monsters, because they are good enough just without the animation, because they are great for playing with and everything. And also, before I leave you, just a little reminder of my super doodlers. My doodle for today is, unsurprisingly, monster. So if anybody wants to doodle a monster, send it over to me. I'll pop it onto my Super Doodlers page. I really, really do love seeing them. It makes my day. Plus doodling is great for relaxation and great to just help you get your ideas onto paper out of your head. I do it. I do loads of doodling. Next week I will be doing something as well. Watch out for that over the weekend. I'll be posting an event. I'll be posting some little ideas. I'm not sure yet. I've got a few things in the back of my mind. Might do something with music, possibly. Don't know yet. And I think that is all from me. So thank you guys. Please share your animations. You're probably all itching to get away now and do some. So thank you. Take care. Stay safe. Love you all. Bye. Take care. Bye bye bye.